Okay, so yeah, what's today's session about? Yoga emotion. I'm just thinking about still going with our oracle card for this week. Follow your heart, follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell famously is quoted to have said. And I just, I'm with do the things, follow your passion, do the things you love, and everything else in your life becomes so much better and so much easier. So with that message, we begin. So we're going to start standing. Standing up. And let's just lift the shoulders up, breathe in and out through the mouth. Yeah, let it go. Breathing in, lift the shoulders up high, arms nice and floppy, and out through the mouth. And again, one more time, breathing in. Squeeze the shoulders up high and out through the mouth. Good. Let's roll the shoulders back a little bit. Let the knees join in. Let's roll them back 3 times to make them really long and slow circles. That's 3 backwards, and let's go forward with those shoulders. Can you feel a little bit of like, oh, I can feel a bit of achiness in my shoulders and in my upper back, and I'm just kind of attending to that, listening to that, and squeezing and giving that little internal massage forwards. And now we're just going to get the body a little bit more lively. So we're going to start off by taking the backs of the hands onto the lower back. Let's wake up a little bit of that lower back. Often a lot of our emotions and feelings get stored up here. So we've got a bit of back pain, which doesn't have any kind of proper, you don't know what it's about. Often it's because of the stuff we've tucked away there. And let's get the knuckles either side of the lower spine, and let's get that energy moving. Let's get the emotions moving. Help them along, breathe, and attend to our bodies. And then we're going to take the hands and the fingers to the chest area. Yeah, make some sound. Breathing into the nostrils. Out through the mouth. Open the heart. Yeah, let those shoulders sink back. And the upper ribs there, give them a little rub. I like to get the knuckles in there. And just give those upper side ribs a little bit of a rub there. And also the fronts of the hips there. Give them a little bit of a rub on the front of the hip flexor. There. Around the back sides. Give the backside a little bit of a pummel and wake it up a little bit. Yeah, everything's getting a bit more lively. So now we're going to come into a little cross crawl. So lifting the left knee and meeting it with the right hand, and then the other way. Just to get the body and brain a little bit more connected. Keep it light. So keeping onto the ball of the foot. The heel might come down, but it's light. So we're treading lightly. This really helps us to maintain our energy. And now we're going to extend the leg and meet it with the opposite hand. Again, keeping it light, keeping more of the weight in the front of the foot, if you can there. Yeah, coordination, repatterning the energy, letting it just kind of work a little bit more efficiently. Leg out to the side, left leg, right arm over the head. So we're getting this lovely opening in the sides, and this other arm is helping that along as well. So it gives it something to do there as well. It just creates a nice shape in the body. It feels good to make these shapes. Breathing in and out through the nostrils to support your body as it moves. Feel what's being moved. Yeah. And let's just open the hips a little bit more, hands on the hips, and we lift and open out. Lifting and opening. This is a key area, again, for the emotional body and our sense of movement. Movement and change, this time of year particularly, movement, change, growth, new growth. Yeah. And growth is really not anything new, it's more about knowing ourselves a little bit more. Bring the heel to the backside, just getting the legs a bit more lively, giving yourself a little kick in the backside to get yourself motivated. Breathing all the time. Yeah. And let's just sweep out everything by giving ourselves a little half breath. So feet, hips width apart, parallel, knees are soft, breathing in. Strong inhale. Nice. Exhale, all in one. Make it loud and strong. Swing the arms, let them swing. Let's try that again. Breathing in. Fresh new in-breath. Empty everything out. One more. Make this last one a good one. Really sweep out all the old debris. Good. Arms swinging. Let's bring the hands in front and behind. Once again, engaging with the shoulders. Getting a bit of springy energy. Getting a bit of energy in the hands. Put the palms together. And just shake the hands out. Just standing with the feet, hips width apart now. Let's do some slow and focusing breaths. So breathing in, your hands are coming out to the side, the thumbs are going directly out. We're extending into the arms. We lift the heels high, bring the hands together. Turn the palms, breathing out through the nostrils, slowly bring the heels down. Don't worry if there's a few wobbles. As you move, keeping this breath smooth and even, lifting the heels high, extending up, lifting up the fingers to the ceiling, to the sky, breathing out, the hands are coming down, pushing the heels of the palms out. So we're getting a little twist in the arms as well, opening up the chest, reaching the arms up, getting lots of extension on the sides of the body, breathing out, coming back down to earth. Just feeling these two opposites, this inhale, strong, vibrant inhale, and the soft, softening, kind of embodied exhale. Let's do one more of those. Try and keep it smooth and steady. Inhaling slowly and smoothly, reaching up. Both the inhale and the exhale through the nostrils. And see if you can really slow this exhale down, but really empty everything out as you come down. Okay. So we're going to come to the front of the mat and come into some standing postures. Triangle, Trikonasana to begin. So put the weight on the left side, feet to hips width apart, parallel, don't forget to start, and we step back with the right foot. Get the hips level, square to themselves and the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, fingertips expanded. Breathing out, reach over to the left and then down. So making contact with the leg, wherever that is, making sure there's quality in the posture. So we're not kind of, you know, oh, I can get down to the floor, but my shoulder is hanging forwards and everything's hunched up. Better to be, you know, much higher up, but have this quality. Openness across the chest, from the left hand right to the right fingertips. Have this feeling of expansion. Soften the knees so we're not locking them. We don't want to lock the knees. And if you're not sure why, try it, really lock them. You notice, oh, stiff, it kind of feels really rigid. There's no life, there's no liveliness in the legs, and we lose connection with the ground. We start to lose our sensitivity in the feet when we lock the knees. So we're locking out the legs, the strength of the legs, rather than strengthening. Use the muscles, use the connection of the legs. Use the inhale to come up now. And exhale, softly let the arms float down. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Feet again, hips width apart, parallel. Step back with the left foot this time. And get the hips level. Think about the posture, so pointing the tailbone down, strong belly. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, arms come to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, fingertips, the fingertip is wide. Breathing out, reaching over to the right and down, making contact with that lower leg. And opening up, left fingers to the ceiling, to the skies. Keep the left shoulder away from the neck, remember, or the ears rather. Long neck, long neck. Really feel the length in the left waist. So that hip is nice and firmly kind of stable there, really rooted. Strong buttock, strong thighs, feet engaged with the ground, not gripping. So when you notice there's kind of gripping or tension or rigidity, just soften it with your breath and with a tiny bit of movement. So I'm just softening my knees to keep that energy moving around the body. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, arms coming down. Bend into left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Okay, reverse triangle. So again, step back. We're going to go straight into this. Same distance as for Trikonasana, but feet, we turn that left foot to, so both the points, the toes are pointing forwards and the feet are parallel. So now we're going to breathe in, lift the arms up, but not just the arms, lift the torso, lengthen the body, keep that length as you bring the arms down on the out breath. Inhale, inhale through the nostrils, breathing out through the nostrils, turn towards your right leg, looking down that right leg. Breathe in here, and on the out breath, left hand comes down to the outside of the right leg. We're pressing against it as we reach up to the skies, to the ceiling. Yeah, it's a strong twist here, so yeah, really dig deep into your breath to support you here. And you don't have to be so low down. Again, you can be higher up on the leg. You can even place a block on the ground there on the outside of the right foot. Open the chest, really let those ribs expand as you breathe in and out. Now we're going to come out of this. So the right hand, you breathe in on the out breath, the right hand comes down to the right foot, and we step the left hand over to the left foot. And we're in a wide leg forward bend. Bring the fingertips to the center, in between the 2 feet, and then on the inhale, come up right onto the fingertips, look forwards, the heart's coming forwards, inhale, and exhale, forward bend. So checking again that you're not locking and pushing those knees back. The legs are straight, but they're not locked. And let the head come down. So again, release the neck. It's almost like you're lifting the tail to the ceiling, and the heart is coming down to the ground. So getting lots of length between these 2 points in space. Now strengthen the legs, strengthen the buttocks, take the hands to the waist, breathe in, lift your gaze to look forward so the body is parallel with the ground, and lifting the elbows so the chest is open. Strong legs, strong buttocks, particularly strong abdominals here as you breathe in and out. Good, now use the inhale and support the back if you need to come up. And release, good. Let's have a little shoulder, move the shoulders a little bit, loosen them up. Other side, breathing in. Lift the arms up, lengthen the body, keep the length as you bring the arms down on the out breath, breathe in. Expand the chest, breathing out, turning towards the left leg, breathe in. Out breath, right hand comes down to the outside of the left leg. Reaching up with the left hand, open the chest. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears, breathe. Deeply, in and out through the nostrils. Keep that chest nice and open. Good. Now breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring the left hand down to the left foot. Step the right hand across to the right foot. And we're in the forward bend. This time we're going to soften it up. So let the head hang, bend the knees, let the arms hang. Turn the head and just let everything hang. From the hips, the body's hanging. So let's encourage that release in the whole of the back and in the shoulders and in the neck by breathing into the nostrils. And sighing out through the mouth. Yeah. And turn the head. If your neck is feeling a little bit busy, just softly turn the head side to side as if you were saying no. Just getting that neck unwind, wind it back in. So we keep the knees soft as we slowly lift from the base of the spine, leave the arms heavy, keep breathing in and out. Do this as slowly as you can. The knees are still staying bent, the hips start coming forward, the belly comes forward, the chest comes forwards, and we're standing nice and tall. Good. So from here, we're going to bring the feet together, give the legs a little shake, and we're going to come back to the front of the mat for another standing posture, warrior two, with some dynamic in it as well. Weight on the left foot, we take a big step back with the right, big step. Make it even bigger if you need to. Get the hips level, so don't let this kind of, position happen. We're keeping the hips level to themselves and the long edge of the mat in front of you. Breathing in, lift the arms up. So we're lengthening the whole body. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. The shoulders are down. Back of the neck is long. Now we're going to come in and out of this posture. So just getting ready to bend that left knee. And remember, as that left knee comes forwards, keep that equal emphasis pressing into the back foot, the right foot. So breathe in and then breathing out, sinking down, keeping the body upright here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. We're moving, looking down the left arm, keeping the shoulders down, keeping that sense of length between the fingertips. And in this way, we keep that dynamism and extension. And also this helps to keep the body really engaged. It's removing the rigidity and keeping the liveliness. So all the time we're extending between the fingertips into infinity, beyond the walls, breathing in, beyond the body, breathing out. Remembering as you sink into that, it's almost like the energy is going down directly rather than taking the weight forwards. So all the time, feeling a sense of pulling back slightly with the right hand and pressing into the back foot. But really getting these legs energized, making sure also that we're keeping the hips really open, keeping the chest lifted, the shoulders down, away from the ears. Breathing in, and this time just breathing out, sinking into the posture for a breath. When you find that, really find the evenness, the weight, the stability between the feet. And this expansion between the fingertips, this connection, this dynamic between the feet will help to keep that stability. You'll feel totally stable in this position. If someone came and shoved me, I might wobble a bit, but I'd be stable. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lowering the arms down. Bend strongly into the right knee to bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Let's give the legs a little shake, just to free them up and to reconfigure. Now weight onto the right foot and a big step back with the left, other side. Big step. So get the hips level to themselves and the long edge of the mat you're facing. Breathe in, lift the arms up, lift the chest. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Good. Shoulders down away from the ears, back of the neck long. Breathing in. As you breathe out, looking down the right fingertips, bending into the right knee, making sure it's not collapsing inwards. By that, it means not collapsing into the left. We're going to move with this again. Breathing in. Feel the chest is lifting, the heart is lifting, lengthening in the body, shoulders down. Breathing out, the right knee goes forwards, the left heel pushes back with equal emphasis. Breathing in. Yeah, so all the time we're thinking about the crown lifting, the fingertips moving away from each other, the feet pressing into the ground evenly. Everything is expanding, breathing in and breathing out. And just enjoy this feeling of expanding with your breath, breathing in, breathing out, feeling that sense of openness across the hips, openness in the chest, shoulders down, long neck, shoulders down away from the ears, breathing in, breathing out. Maybe going a little bit deeper each time you breathe out. One last time, breathing in and breathing out, sinking into the posture for a breath here. Feeling the expansion, the extension, just enjoying that vibrancy in the body. I use the inhale to come up, exhale, arms floating down, bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good. Let's just come into a little bit of a restorative posture. So we'll come down to a little squat here, get down to the earth and making sure you're comfortable. So feet as wide as you need to, and the feet, the position, the angle, as long as it aligns with your knees, this is the important thing. So it's not a precise angle, it's what works for you. But we're trying to get these hips open. If your heels are off the ground like this, put something underneath them. Don't let yourself be floating or kind of precarious. And we let the hands drop in front of us. So, palms are up, this lovely kind of open gesture. And as if your head's going to fall into your hands, just let it fall. Breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Just feel that downward pull of energy. You can feel your feet on the ground. You feel the head pulling down, the crown coming down to the earth. Feel the back of the neck releasing, which also works into the upper shoulders and the back. And just take a few out breaths. Empty. Release. Yeah, give that release, give that expression to the ground. And then lifting the head up, let's bring the hands together and see if we can press and open those hips a little bit more. This is where we really want to keep this openness in our body. So we pressing the elbows into the inside of those knees, bringing the hands together and lifting the chest towards the hands. If you find when you do this, you start falling back, then even if your feet are on the ground, just put your heels on something and just take that weight forwards. When you take the chest forward, it will really help to balance and keep the weight forwards. Also, your head, back of the neck is long and we're not letting the head fall back. Good. Good. And then release the hands to the ground. Push into the hands. Come into a ragdoll for a moment, just to release the back once more, even more, and the neck. Can never get enough release, this back and neck, so give it what it needs. And let's slowly rebuild. So let's feel this sunshiny energy, this light, whatever you want to picture, and it's traveling up through the spine, lifting each vertebrae one after the other, creating space, length in the spine, beautiful lengthened open spine. Okay, so we're going to come into a tree balance now. So putting the weight onto the left foot, soft knee, focus your eyes. Drishti point is focus for both eyes. Breathe. So find your focus, find that sense of balancing within yourself before you even think about, finding the position for your leg. So you've got that in your body. And then placing the foot either on the ankle, calf, not the knee, or the thigh. Press these two things together to this central line, and breathe in, lift the arms up, bring the palms together above the head, and then bring the hands into the heart center. So it's pressing together of the hands, connecting to your abdominals here. Feel strong and stable here, and this is supporting your lower back, lifting the chest away, lengthening and strengthening the abdominals. Taking the shoulders back, away, so the heart is wanting to open here. The hips are open. The sole of the foot is going into the ground. The leg is going into the ground. And the crown, your crown is lifting. Back of the neck, lengthening. So when the crown lifts, it's not lifting the chin, it's the crown. It's right at the top. So in fact, it's actually better to tuck the chin in slightly and lift from the back of the head. And you get this sense of lengthening in the spine when we do this. Let's come out of this posture, breathing in, lift the arms up, breathing out, lowering the arms down, lifting that right knee, giving a squeeze, hold that for a second. And then when you release, see if you can release slowly. Yes, that's tricky, but it's really good for developing that balance. And then we'll give the legs a good old shake to release them. Okay. Weight onto the right foot now, get it nice and steady. Spread the toes, not gripping. Find a wall if you need to support yourself. And then once you find that point of focus for the eyes and your breath is soft and moving, we move softly into the posture. Always find that softness. Placing the foot wherever you want to place it apart from the knee. Opening the knee to the side, opening the hip. Get lots of openness here. And also opening here. Breathe in, lift the arms up, bring the hands together and bring them into the heart center. So there's pressing together here between the hands, the pressing between the foot and the leg, pressing, almost the pressing of the foot into the ground rather than gripping, and the lifting of the crown. Feel almost the crown is opening. And when the crown opens, it's receptivity, that energy of receptivity. The heart shines up out through the crown and then receives back in through the crown. So we've got this kind of two-way receiver and transmitter, if you like. Pressing the palms together, lifting the chest towards the hands, shoulders back, elbows out to the side. Lengthen the spine, back of the neck long. Breathe, enjoy your beautiful tree. Enjoy the wobbles. See if there's wobbles, but you're flexible and strong. Stable and supple. These are the qualities we are encouraging. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Extend, breathing out, lower the arms down. Long, slow out breath, and see if you can take hold of the left knee, give it a squeeze. See if you can hold that for a second before releasing and letting it just float down. Doesn't feel like floating, but we create this illusion of floating. Good. Let's shake the legs and shake the hands. Yeah, release. Good. So we're going to come into a standing forward bend now. So this is going to be very much about, again, this length and this extending between 2 points. So just check your feet, have a look at them, lift the toes, place them down, lift the heels, place them down. So grounding the feet, softening the knees. And you can either breathe in, extend up, make this long line and come into the forward bend, or hold the back. So whichever you prefer. Let's inhale to begin and exhale as you come forward, whether you're holding your back or extending, strengthen the abdominals, keep the back nice and straight. We're not locking the knees, but we're keeping the legs straight and bring our fingers to the ground. If they don't reach the ground for whatever reason, then either bend the knees or place something on the ground to make contact. Standing forward bend, great posture, really good for engaging with your spine and also getting lots of length and suppleness in the backs of the thighs, the hamstrings. And we're also using the strength in the thighs there. So we're taking the chest, the center of the chest, the sternum towards the space between the two big toes, and we're lifting the tail up to the ceiling. So you get a sense of extension through that spine. And you'll feel this in your legs, I imagine. Keeping the chest nice and open. We're not hunching the shoulders forward. We're keeping the chest is leading. The heart is leading. We're following that heart. Use your breath. Maybe every now and again you might want to come up onto the fingertips, breathing in. And then taking the chest down towards the toes, looking at the toes as well with your eyes. We're not looking back. Here we're kind of losing that engagement. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Bend the knees a little bit. Good. And then let's just let the body hang here for a moment. In a ragdoll, breathing in through the nostrils. Right through the mouth. Let's have a little sway here just to see if there's a bit more space we can find for the back. So we're just moving really slowly, shifting the weight from the right foot and shifting it slowly over to the left. We still have both feet on the ground, but we're really taking nearly all the weight into one foot at a time. And you might feel this, I feel this a little bit in my upper back and in the back of my pelvis there a little bit as I'm moving from side to side. Release. As you do this little slow sway, just breathe out through the mouth and release. Come to a stillness now. And again, let's lift. Imagine this sunrise coming up through the spine. Keep the knees bent, leave the arms heavy, leave the head heavy right to the last moment. Keep breathing in and out, lift up. Just to counterbalance that slightly. That's a strong forward bend. Let's do a little mini back bend. Take the hands to the lower back, give that back a little rub. Yeah, feels great. And then let's really keep that supported. Keep the elbows moving towards each other. And at the same time, the chest comes forward. Bend the knees. So we have a bit of space there as the hips come forwards. This creates much more support for the back here, for the spine. Opening the chest. The front of the body is getting very exposed. And you've got to look up slightly to the ceiling, but you don't need to throw the head back. It's not so good for the neck, probably. Holding and supporting the spine. Lower back is fully engaged with your hands. Now use the inhale to come back up to standing. Good. Give back another little rub. And we're just going to free that all up with a twist. So Tai Chi twist, feet a bit wider apart, knees are nice and bent there. And we're just going to let ourselves move. That's motivated by our central axis. We're kind of pivoting on that center. So the head stays on top of the body, nice and long in the spine. And we're letting the arms move freely through space, bending into the knees as the body faces forwards. And taking it right behind us. We're keeping it nice and steady, nice and slow. Yeah, feel that space, feel the breeze. And let's slowly come to a stop. Another balance, eagle. I haven't done this for a while. So again, we're placing all the weight onto the left foot. But this time, it's not a slight bend in the knee, it's a big bend in the knee. And that's going to really engage your thigh, engage, work. And we're going to, once you're there, try not to grip with the toes. You're going to lift that right knee up high and take that leg right over. Try and keep the bend in the knee. Now we're going to engage those thighs together. Now if you have a strong bend in the standing knee, you may be able to get the foot behind the calf there. But you need to keep that gravity low. And we're squeezing the thighs together, using that pelvic floor. And now the right arm crosses over the top of the left arm. So left arm is on the bottom. And we're going to cross them right across as if we're hugging ourselves, and then wrap the hands around and bring the palms together, or as close to that as possible. But keep that center of gravity low, keep the chest lifted, keep those hands lifted. We've got the eagle here, and we're looking towards our third eye, so looking towards the space between the eyes, between the eyebrows. Keep those legs squeezed together. We're going to come out of this smoothly with an inhale. So breathing in, extend the leg out, and arms out to the side, and exhale, bring the legs together. And it's with the feet on the ground, let's give the legs a little shake, shoulders a shake. Yeah. It's a great one, really engaging. Now let's get the weight onto the right foot. So lift the toes, place them down, really take that gravity down, bend into the right knee, lift the left knee high, and get the thigh right over the left thigh right over the right thigh. And keep the right knee bent. So you can just, if you can, I mean, either just squeeze the legs together. If you can get that toe hooked behind, it really helps that squeeze, drawing up the pelvic floor, strong energy. Now this time, the right arm goes underneath and the left arm goes over. We're just crossing them over, hugging ourselves, and then we're going to bring the palms together. So it's strong. It's also a strong expansion across the back of the heart, between the shoulder blades. And we're lifting the elbows slightly, bringing our gaze to the eyebrow center. Breathe. This could be wobbly, but squeeze the thighs together, and this will really help this dynamic. Good. Now, as you inhale, we're going to come out, lift the arms up, extend, unravel the legs, and breathe out. So you've got this lovely eagle flying. Okay. So we're just going to open the chest a little bit, because that might have been quite strong. Opening this way, so we're just going to equal that out a little bit, interlink the fingers behind the body, and open the chest, take it forwards. So breathing in, across the chest, breathing out, taking the hands back. But relaxed neck, so the neck isn't lifting. In fact, it's slightly looking down to the ground there, just so it's not getting in the way there. This is also a great little posture to do every now and again if you're doing a lot of sitting and working at a desk. Breathe in one more time and release. Shake the arms out. And we're going to do a little bit of a moment of gratitude here. So feet hip width apart, lift the toes, place them down, lift the heels, place them down. Feel your connection with the earth. Bring the hands together, feel that connection, these two poles, these two opposites, the right and the left, masculine and feminine, dark and light. Breathing in, breathing out, pointing the fingers towards the ground, to the earth, looking to the earth, and inhaling, we're just taking our gaze out to the sides as the hands come out to the sides, reaching up, taking the gaze upwards, bringing the hands together, and bringing them back to the heart center. So we're drawing this beautiful circle, we're pointing the fingers down. The fingertips are drawing a beautiful circle, really big circle right around our body. And they meet at the top, and we watch that meeting point. And this lovely line we're drawing from the top to the bottom, from the heaven to the earth, and everything in between. So we're just appreciating and feeling, which is the important part, is the feeling the gratitude. So as we do this, just allow yourself to feel gratitude, whatever it might be for. Maybe it's non-specific, just maybe for life itself, whatever shows up. Really see how fully, how much gratitude can you feel. So we're really opening up our ability to feel and experience this gratitude as we do this practice. This is a very simple, beautiful practice. Pointing to the earth, following it with your gaze, it really helps to keep that attention and that focus of mind. Where is my mind going? Bring it into the body, bring it into the breath, bring it into the practice. Let's do one more of these. So anything that comes from that sense of gratitude, everything in this moment, and bring the hands together. Watch the hands come to the heart center. Let them rest there. Feel your point of contact with the earth, the feet, maybe wiggle the toes there. Feel this point of contact between these yin and the yang. This balanced feeling between the two. Close your eyes for a moment. And then bring your focus into the heart space. Yeah, I'm just noticing where is there a pull there in the heart? Is there a direction? I'm just noticing. One more breath in. And then release the hands. Let them fall. Okay. So let's come into our little half sun salutes. So standing with the feet hips apart. Breathing in, lift the arms up, bring the hands together, look up, and breathing out, forward bend. So we've already done a forward bend, so this should feel maybe a bit more, we're more ready for that. Fingertips to the floor, then hands come to just below the knees or on the knees. Open the chest, breathing in, look forwards, breathing out, forward bend, straight legs. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in all the way up. The inhale reaches you up, exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale. Look up, hands come together, exhale, bend the knees, fingertips come to the ground. So you're strong in the belly here. Inhale, exhale, hands come to the ground. Try and flatten them, lifting the tail up. Now bend the knees a lot so you can push. That bend in the knees helps you to push up from the ground through your legs. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. This is really getting the movement in the body. Letting things move. Inhale, look forwards, heart open. Exhale to the ground. The heart is coming closer to the ground. Bend the knees. Inhale, heart flies up. Yeah, let's just watch where the heart is going here. Let's just bring our focus of attention to that. Inhale, the heart is looking up. Exhale, the heart is coming down to the ground. Fingertips, neck, knees bent. Now the heart is looking forwards, wanting to fly up. And it's coming down to the earth a bit deeper this time as you're coming to the forward bend. Now bend the knees and the heart's leading you up. Inhale. Exhale, arms coming down. Good, a couple more of these. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knees, fingertips come to the ground. Heart's coming down. Inhale. Looking forwards and then exhale. Forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Breathing in all the way up. Exhale, arms come down. One more. Last time. Make it expressive, heart's flying up, inhale, heart is diving down to the ground, heart is flying up again, inhale, open the chest, exhale, heart's going deeper into the earth, into the ocean maybe, bend the knees, so you can power up on that last inhale, scooping up all the energy, and exhale, arms coming down, floating down to the ground. Just standing for a moment. Okay. So I'm going to come down to the ground. We're going to come into a downward dog. So first of all, we're going to, again, come into our forward bend. So inhaling with hands on the back and exhaling, coming into the forward bend. Only momentarily, bring the fingers to the ground. Inhale, look forwards, and then exhale. We bring the hands to the ground and take the right foot back and then take the left foot back. So we're in a downward dog. And you might need to adjust slightly and think, yeah, that's about the right distance. So the feet, hips are apart, feet are parallel. The knees are slightly soft. We're not pushing the knees back. So we need to use our thighs. We need to open up the back of the thighs. We're pressing into the hands, fingers are spread wide, and we're lengthening in the body. Looking back at the legs, at the knees. Good. Opening between the shoulder blades. Breathe deeply. Feel the breath is in your spine. Every inhale is lengthening, creating space. Keep the tummy tucked in, lengthen the waist. Good. And now we're going to come down onto our knees and sit back into the heels. Good. Bring the forward to the ground, coming into the swan posture. And let's just release here. Breathing into the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth. Relax the arms down. Breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Good. So again, let's keep the hands where they are. Let's come back onto all fours. We're going to return to the downward dog. Just do a bit more hip opening. We had a little look at the hips earlier. So tuck the toes under, breathing in. Breathing out, lift the knees off the ground, pushing back again into downward dog. But now we're going to take a small side step. With the left foot, it's going to move slightly towards the right, so it's more or less center in the mat. And now we're going to lift the right leg up, going to open up the hip a little bit. So pointing the toe and then bending the right knee and letting the leg hang over the body. So it's almost like the toe wants to reach over to the left side.
And in this way, we have a nice, using the weight of the body, opening the right hip and looking up at the ceiling on the inside or just underneath the right armpit there. Opening up the body. Now pointing the toe and bringing that one down to the ground. You can rest now between if you want to. If you're ready, plant that right foot just close again to the left and then extend the left leg up, point the toe, push back through the hands and bend the left knee. Let it hang over the right side of the body. And as you do that, really pushing into that right hand, strengthening the right arm. You're looking up underneath the left armpit, letting the leg hang. It's almost like that toe wants to come to the ground. Good. And then point the toe again, lift it up, look to the hands, bring the left foot down, and bring the knees down to the ground again. Sit back into the heels. That's resting and releasing the back. Let's sweep the hands back into the pose of the child. Back to the arms on the ground, relax shoulders, widen the knees if you need to. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out, empty out. As you breathe in, feel the back ribs expanding. Really enjoy that kind of massage you're giving to those intercostal muscles between the ribs there. Yeah, we keep them nice and springy, nice and fresh, refreshed. Keep them oxygenated. Good. So we're going to just lift the head off the ground, come up to kneeling. If this is not possible, kneeling, you can always pad up either under the front of the ankle here, if it's feeling painful, or you can place something underneath, behind the knees, or in between the thighs there to sit on. So you can use cushions or any props if you like. Just for a moment, and now we're going to come up onto our high knees for the camel. So to prepare, we're going to take our hands to the lower back, as we did before. Give that a little rub. If this is a bit too pokey for you on the knees, put a blanket underneath them. Don't be in pain. If it's a bit uncomfortable, see if you can stay with it for a little while, but be able to recognize the difference between discomfort and pain. A little bit of discomfort is okay. So now we're going to just press into the lower back, taking the hips forward slightly, bringing the elbows together and opening the chest. It's not too big a movement. Good. Again, this very all important area, the front of the hips, which is never really, with a lot of sitting, modern life tends to get a bit shortened. And then we're coming up again. Now tuck the toes under. Now you can either, if you can reach the heels with both hands, maybe just try one at a time, touching, even if it's just the fingertips. If you can't, place something on the heels, like a block or cushions, so you make contact. So we're going to take the right hand back, and then take the left hand back, and again, taking the hips forward. So we're in this camel position. It might just be the fingertips on the heels, or it might be, the fingertips holding something, but don't be floating in space because that doesn't feel fun. Just put something there so you can make contact. And opening the chest again. This is a real heart opening and hip opening, front of body, and release. Good. Now we're coming back down to kneeling. Walk the hands, take the hands forwards. Take the right leg back. Take the left leg back onto the toe. We're in a plank. Briefly. You can always bring your knees to the floor. And now either lower the body with the upper body strength or bring the knees to the floor and come onto the front of the body. Take the hands back of the arms on the ground, turn the head to rest and take some breath here. Let's have a little repose. Breathing into the nostrils. Sigh out, let the body just rest. You have a little bit of a rock here. You can just rock your hips side to side just to comfort yourself a little bit. Rocking, really nice, comforting. Just giving the spine a little bit of gentle movement there. And then come to stillness. So we're going to come into a little back bend here. So come onto the forehead, back of the hands on the ground, bring the legs together. Now on the inhale, lift the nose, chin and chest. Then lift the arms. The fingertips are going back towards the toes and they're lifting up to the ceiling. And then finally lift the legs. So lifting everything, kind of trying to get as much of the body off the ground.
And to take any sense of strain out, we're going to smile. Like we're flying. We're flying through space. Breathe in and out the whole time. One more breath in, slowly lower down, rest on the other side of the head. Yeah, release down. Breathing in, breathing out. Now turn the arms over so the palms are on the ground and bend the knees so that the knees are at a right angle, if you like, and the soles of the feet are pointing towards the ceiling. And again, we bring the forehead to the ground. So we start here. As you inhale, lift the nose, the chin, the chest off the ground, press lightly in the palms. And this is really focusing on getting the back mobile, strengthened. So you can use a bit of pelvic floor strength to keep that grounding in the base of the spine and in the abdominals, of course, because that will support your spine, so that we can really get length. Imagine the chest is going forwards. We're not just bending in the spine, we're lengthening it. One more breath in and slowly lower your head down, face down on the other side. Rest, slowly lower the legs down. Let the arms turn back, the back of the arms there, and breathe. Now slide the hands forward, so they're right beside your eye line. And we're just going to push into the hands, walk the hands back slightly, not as far back as sitting into swan. So that would be here. They're slightly more forwards. So we're in this puppy dog to get even more kind of expression and release in the spine. This is the puppy dog. Your head may reach the ground, it might not reach the ground, but we're really letting the weight sink back, letting the hips sink back, but they're not quite reaching the heels there. So lots of length from the fingertip to the base of the spine. Breathing into that whole length. Breathe into it. So body and breath working together in harmony. Good. Okay. And then come up onto all fours. Okay. And we're just going to move gently with this simple little cat-cow. So inhaling, taking the chest forwards, shoulders back, exhaling, tucking the tailbone under, arching up to the spine, chin coming to the chest. Inhaling, lifting the tail, letting that ripple up through the spine, opening the chest, shoulders go back. We're just doing this lightly. In fact, close the eyes so you can feel into your spine. How's the spine feel now compared to the beginning? Making sure the fingers are spread wide, elbows are soft, so keeping everything really lively and kind of animal-like. Spine really arching, chin comes to the chest on the exhale. And then we always start with the base. It's lifting and rippling up through the spine. The chest opens, the shoulders go back. You're looking not just forward, but slightly upwards. And it starts again, breathing out. The tailbone tucks under, it arches up through the spine, the chin comes to the chest. So what we're really looking at is the range of movement in the spinal column. And we're feeling it. And the best way to feel into this is to switch off that visual sense, that dominant visual, instead to take it into more of a sensual kind of experience. Just seeing also, even our mind lots of things to have to focus on, really stops it from wandering off. So we're really thinking about slowing the breath down. And slowing and deepening the breath always starts with the out breath. So really on that exhale as we're arching the spine. Really arch. Imagine the center of your back's being lifted up. And then we finish. And then we sit back in the heels. Let the hands slide forwards. Bring the forehead to the ground and just rest there, nice and easy. In the pose of the swan, just feeling that sense of swanness. And make a little shape on the ground. So just take the knees a bit wider and connect the big toes, just making them just touch there. And also take the elbows out to the side slightly and make this connection between the first finger and the thumb. So we've got this triangle. So we've got this almost diamond shape. So we've got the point of the triangle of our first finger and the point of the lower part of the diamond with the toes pointing down. And we bring our forehead
into the space in between. Lots of openness, release, softness in the belly there. Release in the back, bringing the forehead, the third eye to the earth, to the ground. Breathe. And a sense of holding, you know, holding the space for ourselves here. A little diamond in the earth. Good. So slowly coming out of that, lifting up, walking the hands back up, coming to seated. Just finding a little seat here. Okay, I'll just rub the knees a little bit here. Good. Okay. Let the hands just rest on the knees. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out through the mouth. And we're just going to let ourselves settle in this seated position. So we're sitting nice and upright. If you need to sit on a cushion, please do, but just letting ourselves settle for a moment. Letting ourselves settle and slow down. So we're very simple abdominal breath. And again, talking about slowing the breath down, it starts with the out breath. And if it helps, you can always place your hand on your belly. So it really directs the breath to the belly area, which normally, you know, we don't quite get the breath to. Normally it just stays maybe in the upper chest. So as you breathe in, feel the belly expanding. As you breathe out, it's slowly decreasing. We're emptying out slowly. And if it helps your mind, it will help your mind to focus on this, to feel this, but also counting the breath. So count, maybe it's count of 4 or 5 in. There's a slow, steady stream of breath, and then breathe, counting as you breathe out. Maybe the first time it's the same length as the inhale. Maybe the next time you can lengthen it by a count on the exhale. So if you're counting in for say 4, then you just really see if you can extend that out breath to 5. Breathing in and breathing out. When you feel that you can just extend it a little bit more on that out breath, see if you can make an extra count on the end. We're attempting to get the out breath double the length of the inhale. It's a slow, steady inhale and a slow, steady exhale with the eyes closed, really feeling into the space, allowing that belly to expand, almost sending that diaphragm, that banda muscle right in the base, really sending it down so you get that expansion, not just in the front of the body, but the sides and even into the back. Lungs expanding. Really emptying. This encourages us to empty that breath out. Expanding towards a double length out breath. Notice where you're holding tension and release it. Maybe the jaw, the face has got some tension, and just let it drop. Dropping the shoulders, opening the chest. Front of the body is very soft, back of the body strong. Simple breathing and counting, keeping that focus. Lengthening the out breath. Now you can either stay seated, or if you want, just have a very brief little lie down. Just let go of that breath. Just come back to easy breathing. Stretch the legs out in front. Slowly lower yourself down, just come to lying easily. Cover yourself if you need to, and we're just going to lie in Shavasana for a minute or two. So as your body lays down, maybe you might want to just free up the back, hugging the knees, have a little rock and roll. And just let the arms flop out to the side, let the feet flop out to the side, let the back of the neck be long.
lying for a few moments, breathing and resting. Breathe into the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Let it go. Eyes are closed. Focus is inwards. And let the breath soften. I'm just noticing how the breath feels now after the abdominal breath. Do you naturally feel that breath is a little softer, longer, deeper? Just let it be as it is, like the ebbing and flowing of the ocean. Just feeling your body as ocean, as water, as flow. Just enjoying. Give yourself permission to enjoy this moment of rest and recovery, giving your body to the ground, softening, relaxing, releasing to the ground, melting into the ground. All your body becomes fluid, melting, body like melted chocolate, sinking into the ground. Body like the ocean, flowing, ebbing, flowing. Softening all the edges and just feeling the breath, moving the body. And we return. And return revivified and replenished, we hope. Yeah, just give yourself a little bit of time to have a little rock and roll on your spine, move your body, enjoy just moving the body easily. Find a nice, easy way to return by hugging the knees, giving yourself a full stretch, really oxygenating the body, moving the body, maybe rolling onto your side, taking your time to come up to seated, finding yourself coming back to seated. Just look at this body, enjoy this body, give it a little bit of attention, rubbing the whole surfaces of the body, looking at the body. Let's be grateful for this body, for this life. And then bring some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. I'm quite vigorous with that. So there's some real heat there. And you can feel that energy between them. And then you place that over the heart center. One palm on top of the other, really giving it that extra holding our heart. Close the eyes, take your focus inwards. Notice, how does the heart feel now? And just allow it to receive your own heat, energy, warmth, attention. And bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention. Let those words form. Say them to yourself and allow them to be received into this fertile heart space. Good. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Peace, peace, harmony. May peace and harmony pervade your day. Yeah.